Welcome, everyone. Happy Spring Equinox. So good to see you. Beautiful. There's, so many wonderful places. Toronto, Pennsylvania, British Columbia, Sweden. Annika's calling from Sweden. Um, the UK, Manchester, UK. There's a few UKs here. Wonderful. And I like to say hi to everyone in part because here we are in this moment of spring equinox, and each one of us is this light unto the world. Each one of us, where we are with the ground beneath our feet, we are impacting the planetary grid. So wherever you are in your location, while we are singing and having our wisdom sharing, you can, if you feel moved, just really connect in with the earth beneath your feet, with the spirit of place that you exist in, and feeling those blessings extend down to the heart of the earth and throughout the planetary system. So we are intending a collective light action, sending light to the planet, upliftment, and riding the energies of this beautiful spring equinox. I think today a whole bunch of planets go direct that had been in retrograde. We've gotten out of the influence of the eclipse energies, and for many of us, it's like we've been holding a candle in the dark and holding on to our prayers, our hearts, our intentions. And at the end of this event, we're going to be releasing a new song. And this is a song that I worked on with Sewa, Valencia, and she is the leader of the Sisters of the One Drum troupe. And she does a spoken word piece on the song, and her drum troupe played on the song. And the song itself is called This Is the Hour, and it's inspired by the poem A Hopi Elder Speaks. And this song came through and I started to record it, and I didn't want to release it. Well, I wanted to release it with the blessing of the Hopi. And I had met Ruben Saufkie a few times in passing over the years, and finally reconnected with him and shared the song and shared the idea. And he said absolutely he would give me the blessing of the Hopi Nation. And so he will be joining us on this call. And the fact that now 6 years after recording the song, we're finally releasing it, I think it speaks to the energies that we are in right now. And as I've been preparing for this, I know that Ruben's son does the Hopi Eagle dance. And I had asked him if he could find some footage of the Hopi Eagle dance that we could share. And he said, he gave me a thumbs up, but then on Monday I just had the thought, let me look through YouTube and see if I can find some footage of the Hopi Eagle dance. So I'm scrolling through, and then I find this one clip that is the Hopi Eagle dance of Ruben's son, with Ruben in it, at an event 11 years ago that I was at, that I led children singing for. We were doing an event with the Kogi and the Hopi, and it's my friend who shot that video 10 years ago, and I'm in it. So it was just beautiful coming together. So I reached out to Ruben, I shared the video, I said, we found this footage, can we use it? He said yes. I reached out to my friend, and she said, go for it, use the footage. So it just felt very aligned. And also I've asked a dear brother, friend of mine, Wolf Martinez, Lakota medicine man, who holds sweat lodge and ceremony, and just such a brother of spirit, to come and share some words about these times. And I've invited Josh Del Sol. He is a co-producer of Awaken the Christ Within Summit. And getting to know Josh, he has such a devotional heart. He is just heart leading the way. And so I wanted to give us a representation of voices from different traditions, different places. And this idea of the spirit of prophecy is that the prophets were the ones that God spoke to. And furthermore, I believe God's speaking to us all the time. So then the prophets are actually the ones who could hear God, who took the time to listen. And Josh is one of those beautiful beings who takes the time to listen to Spirit. And so I was grateful to have him say yes, even though he's been under the weather, to come and share some wisdom. And then Justin Carpenter, he is just such a beautiful, pure light. He has a podcast and a community called Light Forged, and he also is so heart guided. And so we have a beautiful collection of prophecy that has been spoken from the past, of prophecy that is emergent in this moment, and prayer and song. And so thank you for saying yes and coming on today. And then at the very end, we're going to have an opportunity to do some more work to pray for the lands in Europe, the UK, and the Middle East. Our lands hold memory, they hold story, and we're in this process of the great awakening, of this collective liberation into the truth of who we are. And the land holds so many keys and wants us to sing to it. And so buckle your seatbelts for this beautiful journey, open your hearts, and we're gonna just get started. And I would love to invite Sewa, Valencia, to open the space with a prayer and invocation. And while we are in our ceremony, if you want to write down your intentions, connect in with what is most alive for you, feed all things good, feed the clean waters, the harmonious humanity, whatever is true to your heart, continue to visualize those things while we're in sacred space here today. So Sewa. Oh, and you're muted. So if you want to come unmute.
Inchi maniyavu kechamalea enepo sewatea. My name is Sewa Valencia. I am the founder of Sisters of the One Drum. And as I come to you today, seated on the lands of the Gabrielino Tomva, I acknowledge the ancestors of these lands in which I stand, in which I get to pray, I get to be, and I get to share my medicine. Thank you to the ancestors. Thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to your ancestors. As we call all forth in this most sacred time, in this most sacred way, together as a collective of beautiful souls stepping into our prayer, our rhythm, our pulse, our heart, our remembrance that we are the medicine that is needed for this time, right here, right now. The remembrance, past, present, future, breaking cycles and patterns. I ask Creator to bring forth what is alive within you, the medicine that is you, the gifts that each and every one of you hold is being called into full alignment with certainty because your voice is needed. If we do not lift our voice together, we will not sing the song of creation and the circle will not be complete. Every voice matters. It's yours alone, that intonation that's been given to you, so that we can reweave a new way of being. We can stand together, being roses of the same garden, fruits of one tree, waves of one ocean, holding each other sacred, remembering that we all are indigenous to our Earth Mother, who is asking us to remember our connection to her, to the four-legged, to the winged, to the swimmers, to the crawlers, to the slithers, to the elementals. If we remember to remember as my grandfather speaks, we will know what is needed now for us. So it's no longer a prophecy. It's a reality. It's a truth. As the waves move within you and call you forward, as we begin again in this time, this auspicious time, I ask for you to open your heart to listen deeper, to remember that rhythm, that pulse, because you know it, it's there, it's present. Walk in the field of your answered prayer. Bring those prayers forward. Be that ripple. Be that first stone into that water and watch it ripple out far and wide. And that's what we're doing right here, right now. This is the smallest ripple that's going to ripple to the four corners of the world, that's going to reach the spaces and places where it needs to go, where it needs to be heard and felt, where it needs to be remembered. As I raise sacred smoke for you, I honor each and every one of you. I honor you and your ancestors. We come together at this time with reverence, with an understanding that we're all needed and that your voice is welcome as we lift our voice together in honor of everything from the sky to the earth, from the earth to the sky. And then we let the winds carry our prayers where they need to go, where they need to be, where they need to land. I pray for you and I thank you for being willing to empty so that you can receive, to give away so that you can keep it. So you go inside into the inner net of your being. My grandfather tells me nothing grows from the outside in, it's from the inside out. So do the work. Listen. Believe in your prayers. Believe in your prayers. Believe in yourself. Believe that all things are possible because they are, especially when we come together as a community. And as we are in community, as we were in ceremony right here, right now, I ask Creator to bless each and every one of you, to bring forth what is needed now for your life, to clear the field so that you can hear, that you can feel, so that you can taste, that you can smell, so that you can move in that direction of that answered prayer. As we are guiding each other home, guiding each other back home, little by ways, and it starts here. As we light the fire, as we light the fire, each and every one of us carry those ancient embers of our ancestors. That fire can warm or that fire can burn. You get to choose. It's a choice. Choose. Listen to the heart. Lead from this. Show up in this and trust yourself. Creator, I ask of you to guide this ceremony, this blessing, this time. Take these prayers, take these feelings, take this understanding, open the hearts to those that need to be here that cannot be and weren't able to be. Send this prayer to them, to the four corners, far and wide, far and wide. I thank you, Creator, for bringing us all together in such a sacred way, in the knowing, in the holding, and in choice and in love. I choose to be here and to pray for everybody here. May we choose each other over being right. May we remember that we're all learning together. And may we hold each other sacred and forgive because all has been forgiven. Bless this place. Bless our hearts. Bless our families. Bless our children and our children's children. May we break the patterns and cycles right here, right now, at this time and this moment. It is done. And so it shall be, because I trust and I believe in my prayers. And I believe that everybody that is here today has something to say, something to offer, something to give, has good medicine. Chokwe Otesia, thank you. Se imete waiwarin, all my relations, that's you, that's us, that's all. Nemhi apsialia, my heart is happy. Thank you. Chokwe Otesia, Chokwe Otesia.
Thank you, Sewa. Beautiful. Beautiful prayers to open the way for all of us to find our way together. And may we return to the unity that is, we are all each other. And so I'm going to share a song that we can all sing to further to imbibe these blessings that Sewa opened for us and resonate these frequencies inside of our own bodies. And I was listening to a lecture from Carolyn Miss, and she shared the importance of calling upon the path of our soul, this truth that lives within us. And so we sing these words so that we can.
You're muted, Reya.
Oops.
No, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Thank you for that. So we sing these words to call upon the illumination of the path of our soul. May the path lead us forward. May the true light within illuminate, and may that true light illuminate the world. So I invite us all to sing. I call the path of my soul to lead me on forward through this great adventure. Again, I call the path of my soul to lead me on forward Illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. Illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. Illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. And now let's call for all humanity. We call the path of our souls to lead us on forward through this great adventure. We call the path of our souls to lead us on forward through this great adventure. And illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. Illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. We call the path of our souls to lead us on forward through this great adventure. We call the path of our souls to lead us on forward through this great adventure. And let's sing Illuminate. Let's imagine all of our world illuminated with this light. Illuminate the light within, the light within. Illuminate the true light, the true light. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, squeeze the body, see yourself filled with light. Exhale, rub the hands together, and then send blessings to our Mother Earth through your hands. Send your love through your hands, blessing our Mother Earth. And in particular, blessing the lands and the ley lines that run through the UK, through Europe, and through the Middle East. Illuminate the true light. Aho. And I would love to move into Josh Del Sol sharing his presentation. Josh. Oh, and I see that Ruben has made it. Ruben, welcome. Ruben Saufkie of the Hopi Nation. Thank you for being here. And we'll we'll open the microphone for you in a little bit. So I'm so glad you made it. Thank you. So, Josh, welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. It's been amazing so far. Wow, I'm just really moved deeply. I want to share something really quickly. And yes, I'm under the weather. Uh, how many of you have experienced where you have like a fever, your body's clearing something, you're moving through something, and you feel the veils thin? Can I get like a show of hands? You feel like you can pray more easily, like you can access and invoke source. I felt that last night, and I'm still in that. So I was just like weeping when Sewa was sharing. That was so powerful. I'm reading this book last night. It's called The Law and the Promise by Neville. Some of you may be familiar with Neville. It says the function of the prophet is not to tell us what is inevitable, but to tell us what can be built up out of persistent imaginal activities. The function of the prophet is not to tell us what is inevitable, but to tell us what can be built up out of persistent imaginal activities. And Sewa shared something that I noted that was so powerful. Amongst everything she said, stand in the field of your answered prayers. So I just wanted to lead with that this is an area in which I'm really being called right now. Like it's happening it's a two-way biofeedback system that we're in, this reality, like it's happening through us. And we're not called just to just to only observe, as we know. And I feel like even with this sinus thing and the head colds that, many friends and colleagues are having these days, just one last show of hands. How many are experiencing now or recently like a sinus thing or a head cold thing? Is there anyone else? Okay, a few hands. And I feel there may be something to that. And we may be being invited to evolve into using our lens, our pineal gland, our third eye, our awakened ability to, as Edgar Cayce said in his understanding of Yeshua's prayer, it starts at the brow, it comes down, fully incarnating into the root, coming back up. With each line of Yeshua's prayer, he had an understanding that each line was associated with this an energy center and a gland. And and his idea, so his view was not that it ended at the crown going straight up, but that it actually like came out the third eye. So we start at the third eye, we come down, we come back. Yes, we're connected with source, but this faculty of like, and it said, in the Old Testament, Moses had a shining face. His face was so bright that there had to be a veil. In ancient Egypt, they symbolized the brow, the third eye being open with a cobra symbol. And so when I feel into that, it's like, well, what are we being invited into here? Maybe it's more active imagination. Maybe it's more active participation. Connecting with the one, aligning our discernment, practicing what really wants to come through us, and just maybe sitting with that. What most wants to come through. And so I would just invite you into that. I don't know. I'm going to do this as efficiently as I can. I want to share a little bit, very briefly, about the context of the great year, so the 25,000 year cycle, and a teaching from Yeshua. And then to briefly touch on Rudolf Steiner's view of the mystery of Golgotha, which has been really just alive to me in this esoteric way. Can I share screen, Reya?
I made you co-host, so you should be able to.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. And some of you have seen this if you watched the Awaken the Christ Within Summit. I did a brief talk on this. I won't go into it too deeply, but where are we right now cosmologically? I use this software called Stellarium, and it shows us that, as we know, the ancients took very seriously the the position of the sun at the spring equinox. And this is the positioning that changes over the 25,000 years. Now, because there's a difference in Western astrology positioning, I would say, or tropical, and sidereal, which is more associated with the Vedic, it's actually there's a 24-degree difference. And if you're interested in astrology, you might be curious to look into that and how that came to be, that Western astrology is actually, there's still something to it. It can be very powerful, but it's just off by 24 degrees compared to the actual position. So from a soulful level, sidereal or Vedic astrology can really be powerful. So the actual position is we're about 85% of the way through the Pisces right now. And as time goes, we're going into, with the spring equinox sun position, we're going into Aquarius here on the right-hand side. Can everybody see that okay?
Yes.
At the start of this age, let's say, in the realm, the lens of this 25,000 year cycle, the sun was right at the 27 AD, which is the approximate time of historical Yeshua's culmination of his life. The sun was at the vertical axes of Pisces, of the two fish, which is really interesting because when you look at the the popes and all the iconography about the church that was built up esoterically, they adopted the Christ symbol, and of course we know that Yeshua is associated with the fish. What's interesting is if you go back in time, 1446 BC is when Moses received the Ten Commandments, apparently somewhere around then. And the sun is actually perfectly aligned with the first star in Aries. And we see Moses, so many ancient esoteric iconography and sculptures with Moses with like ram's horns. What's that about? So we go back another age, actually one more age. And then we see the sun at the spring equinox is positioned in Taurus, and specifically, there's a time period in which it's at between the horns of Taurus, and there's two different ways that you can look at the constellations, and this is in a different perspective. It's still between the horns of the bull of Taurus, and we see in ancient iconography all this. The sun, the disk of the solar disk, is between the horns of Taurus. So I won't get into this, but if you can go back further using the software Stellarium. If anyone's interested in this, it's absolutely fascinating. It's free software. Just look up Stellarium. And there's a possibility that Atlantis falling 10,500 years ago. But let's just bring it back to here. One teaching of Yeshua, which is esoteric in nature, and Jesus or Yeshua and just the essence of the Christ is just something that's always fascinated me. Been kind of bouncing in and out of religion, but coming now to this deeper understanding of the esoterics and how that same essence, that same impulse, as Steiner said, it affected our entire world when he came and walked out what he walked out. And it wants to express through each of us, obviously, as we know. So this to me is the second coming that's happening right now at the shift of this age. Most likely, I don't know for sure. But when Yeshua was asked by his disciples, and you can read this in Luke 22, where do you want us to prepare it? This is in the start of the Passion Week, so the last week of his life. Where do you want us to do the Passover meal? He said, listen, when you've entered the city, a man carrying a water jug, Aquarius here, carrying a water jug, will meet you when you enter the city. So okay, I'll just read it. Follow him into the house he enters. Tell the owner of the house, the teacher asks you, where is the guest room where I can eat the Passover with my disciples? Then he will show you a large furnished room upstairs. Make the preparations there. So I feel like truths like this, like many masters and when we feel a truth within, it expresses on different levels, right? We all understand that. So a lot of the stuff in the Bible may be worth revisiting because it's really esoteric and powerful. So when you understand it in an esoteric level, So a man carrying a pitcher of water. So the essence, let's look at this esoterically. The essence of the house of Aquarius is coming out of his house into the latter part of Pisces, where sidereally we're at now. And he will meet you. He will bring his essence out to Pisces and where we are at to meet us. And I believe that avatars such as Yeshua were and great teachers, they not only teach for their time, but they teach for the times ahead. So the next transition that I believe he spoke about a lot was the transition that we're in now, at the end of the age of Pisces that he initiated. So follow him into the house that he enters. So it's almost like getting an advance pass into the energy of that's coming in that sign of Aquarius. So we're invited to follow him into the house, and there's a guest room where we can eat the Passover, the passing over from Pisces to Aquarius. What's interesting is sidereally, the length of the sign of Pisces is greater than 1/12, right? If it was 12 sections of the pie, horoscopically, astrologically, then we would already be in Aquarius right now. If it's 30 degrees, 360 degrees divided by 12 is 30. If it was just, if Pisces was just, if it behaved and was the same size as the rest of them, we'd be in Aquarius by now. So it's interesting that, from one aspect, we're there already. And another aspect, we got a little ways to go in our journey to get there. But we're being invited with grace to come and advance early. So that's just, to me, is just really significant. Really quickly, another verse that I believe speaks to this on another level is John 3, 4, and 6. Yeshua said, I assure you, unless someone is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. So that is multi-meaning, but perhaps, the water being the Pisces, the Aquarius being spirit, perhaps there's a manifestation coming of the kingdom of God. And perhaps we're here to participate in it and to imagine it into being. I want to be conscious with the time. Reya, I want to share like a moment about Steiner and his view on the mystery of Golgotha, which has been significant to me, but I also just want to respect the containers. So perhaps I'll turn it back to you.
Oh, Josh, wow, wow. That was very moving. Love it. Maybe, maybe will it just take a couple minutes, or will it take longer than that for the mystery of Golgotha? Or we can circle back around.
I can do it in 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, great.
So Rudolf Steiner is somebody that I've tried to get into his teachings for like off and on for years. And I was finally able to get in with his book called The Fifth Gospel. So I had a conversation with our friend David Avocado Wolf before our Awaken the Christ Within Summit in December. And he kind of put me on to this. See if I can do it. Just 1 or 2 minute screen share, and then we'll be good. Okay, so that's not it. Okay. Technology. Okay, forget the screen share. So, okay, how do I turn screen share off? Reya, can you help me?
Let me see.
There's not enough monitors in the world.
Josh,
Okay,
there you go.
so let's just do it like this. So I was profoundly moved by this understanding of the fifth gospel, which is actually a compilation of Rudolf Steiner's teachings and lectures from 2013, late 2013 to early 2014, in which there's like 13 lectures that he spoke about, amongst various things, the mystery of Golgotha. So it's not that Paul got it right. And it's not that Paul was, satanic. There's a deeper mystery, I believe, that Steiner spoke to. And he says that something happened with the presence of this solar sent being Christ incarnating in Yeshua, that something happened, that a Christ impulse, the moment that he was actually killed, something happened. It sounds weird to talk about it, and it's just an idea. It's Steiner's view, and I just want to, just in one more minute, just relay the summary of it, is that the death, like when the blood of Yeshua, in Steiner's view, hit the earth, it was like the sperm fertilizing an entire egg. So the sperm is a lot smaller than the egg, and the Christ impulse was initiated into all of the earth, a coming together of this solar divine essence, the Christ being, and the earth itself. And so from that moment, Steiner says that everything in our reality was changed, including our ability to access deeper states of true power, of love embodied in action. So if anyone wants to go more deeply into this, I'm just going to put my one of my email addresses in the chat, and if you want to be sent a copy, just a PDF of the Fifth Gospel, just email me. And if you're interested in being part of this imaginal work that's coming through, imagining with our source, coming together in a community and being part of creating our reality from the inside out, to actually use this lens and these gifts that we've been giving at this time, then send me an email as well. So I wanted to thank you, Reya, for this invitation, and thank you all for joining this call today, and may the true blessing and the true light of our one Creator be upon each of you. Peace.
Ah, Josh, thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, it's like little bits of mind blown. Um, and I love how you presenced receiving the written word of wisdom teachings through this lens of the esoteric mysteries, the inner truth and the inner knowing. And, really that's what we're inviting in this space, whether it's through verbal transmission, through written transmission. It's the recognition that there is an essence that has been imbued. And the ultimate goal in that opening of the third eye and the illumination of the light within is that we know truth, that we embody gnosis, that we can feel into the field and we can identify where the truth lives. And so that's a vibrational resonance that we're here today to further anchor into the collective consciousness. And so thank you so much, Josh. It's so beautiful that you had your fever revelations, and that you get to be with us today. So I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. A dear brother, friend of mine, Wolf Martinez, Lakota medicine man, who holds sweat lodge and ceremony, and just such a brother of spirit, to come and share some words about these times.
Hello, everyone. I've been asked to share a few words with you, a few moments about this time, this amazing, blessed time that we are in. Big shifts, not just for ourselves as individuals, but for all humanity. In these times of prophecy being fulfilled daily, almost daily. And, God, there's so much to be said, and how to say it in a few words. I'll sum it up by saying, if there's ever been a time to really know ourself, not the ego and the fears and the ways we identify in the past, our attachments to those identities, not all of that, to the one that is behind the stories, the thoughts, the emotions. We all know, yes, I think we all know that we are a spirit that has come here to experience being human and the beauty that we get to live in this amazing world, Mother Earth, this amazing planet that we get to live in. And yes, society has moved the way that it has and distracted us from what really matters. And yeah, it caused a lot of damage, not just to each individual, but to our families, to our communities, to Mother Earth. As we do to the earth, we do to ourselves, because we are one with the earth. We cannot separate that. She is within us. We are a part of her. She is not separate from us. As we do for ourselves, to heal, to drop the stories, to become aware, awake, and really know ourself. Like a friend that you want to know, we want to spend time with those loved ones, right? And the more time we spend with them, the more we get to know them. We might think we know somebody. Right. How can we know anybody if we don't know ourselves, our true self, our soul, our heart, our spirit? Now is the time. As these shifts are taking place, we are being moved towards the next step in human evolution, a time of great peace, which is coming. We either take the path of fear and destruction, or we take the path of love and creativity. The path of joy. Meet everything that shows up with joy. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to sum up, because when we know ourselves, we realize and we know, yes, that we are born from beauty. We are made of beauty, here to express and create more beauty through joy, through love and kindness, compassion, forgiveness. Pay attention to, all the chatter out there. Well, pay attention to how much chatter you're paying attention to. Because if what you're paying attention to, what we are paying attention to, we're eating. And if what we're eating is a lot of negativity and fear, then that's what we're going to emit. And right now, the world needs more than anything our humanity and our kindness, our heart, our compassion, our humility, our respect, our love. That's what the world needs. It's not to say ignore your shadow, ignore what's going on in the world. Just pay attention how much you are paying attention to. Keep things in balance and really enjoy this precious, beautiful life. And pray for those that are struggling. Give thanks every day for all of it. Give thanks for all of it. That's what I got in this moment. I hope that that feels good. Huge blessings on this equinox. Such a special time. And all the planetary alignments and astrological alignments and new moon. Wow. I mean, there's a lot out there that'll, can try to convince you that this is a terrible time. But this light is always the light is always brighter than the dark. And there's a lot moving, a lot of people moving, circles forming, ceremonies happening, people crying to know themselves, to wake up, to remember who we truly are. You are amazingly beautiful. And whether you know it or not, you are deeply, deeply loved. You have a huge line of ancestors and guides so near. If your eyes are fogged with all the chatter, of course, it's hard to know that. But whether you know it or not, I know. Many blessings. Aho mitakwiasan.
Ah. And so I just want to bring Ruben on the screen, and welcome Ruben to this moment with us. Hello, Ruben. I think you might be muted.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Amazing. Welcome. Happy Spring Equinox.
Beautiful morning to everyone.
And we would be so honored if you could share a few words of wisdom and share a prayer or a blessing for us. We'll share the song and near the end of the call, and then we'll talk more about it. And for now, I would be honored if you would share some words of wisdom and a prayer, anything you feel moved to bring forward.
Antai. We lomatalong ba by no hala sama mani kateven ubi ningan niya mumi happy holiday. Beautiful morning to everyone that's watching. Very grateful to be in everyone's presence this beautiful morning at this very sacred time. We yang itam pu itaw yan kalau sa itam nan na music ni kat ita katse awe. So in this very sacred time of spring equinox, it is meant for us to take a good look within our own personal lives. And while I was listening to Sewa and Reya and Josh, Josh showed a little about the symbology of his work. And in Hopi, we're very grateful that we have a lot of symbols from our ancestors. And in my teachings through my elders, my grandfather specifically, he always had said that isusuk himu na toilai pihapi susuk hi ta'awita. All the symbologies in our culture has meanings. So I'm grateful as an artist, I'm a silversmith. So I use a lot of symbols in my jewelry to share, but in our culture, we have many symbols, and we're very fortunate we have a very strong culture. So what I have here is an aya. It's a rattle, and this rattle symbolizes a little bit about what Josh was talking about, also of how we're all connected from Mother Earth to the waters, to the land, to the universe. And this symbol is very simple. It has all the colors of humanity here. So for blue, we use this to honor the black people, the black cloud, and the white cloud, and the yellow cloud, and the red cloud. All of these colors are here to remind us that we as humanity are all living on Mother Earth together. And every human being, what color your skin is, we all pray to that one supreme being. God, creator, whatever you choose to call it in your own respectful way. These are prayers from all of humanity, from all over the world, to that supreme being. And here is a red string that represents the bloodline of our ancestors that flow through us. And my grandpa had told me that every every human being since time immemorial, when we originated as humans, every human being and every color of the beings were given special instructions to help care of Mother Earth. By taking care of the earth, it will also take care of us and provide us. So remember that every one of you that is watching has something to offer to life and ceremony. So my grandfather I've always said, you never doubt anything. You don't, please do not doubt yourself. There is life everywhere. When you are in need and in need of help, all you need to ask is the universe, the spirits, and they will come to help you. Everything exists with spirit. So this rattle is spirit's messenger. And the symbol here is Na-Kwatsim. This is our friendship symbol. This is our yin-yang symbol. Our heart and our mind are friends. Once we embrace darkness within our own personal self, that is when we become one with ourselves and everything. And the key to achieve that is very simple, but yet quite challenging for us human beings to do, is the compassion to forgive ourselves. And when we all come together, all the colors of humanity, we form the rainbow. Hence, I'm pretty sure some of you have heard that we are the rainbow warriors. Never about fighting, but about helping one another to achieve balance, harmony, unity, and peace within. When people talk about Hopi, the first that I hear is, oh, they're peaceful people. It means peaceful people. I would say Hopi is simply a way of life, to live in balance, in harmony, in unity, in peace within. The Hopi way of life is for all human beings, not just us, because that's our prayer. Every time we pray, I'll say it in Hopi, itam sutsa tuhkya isinmoy amungam nano. When we pray for all humanity throughout Mother. For every being that has life, through Mother Earth, through the waters, and through the universe. So when we all come together, this color purple with the water, the snow, and the constant migration. Purple to me is the color transformation, the positive transformation to be a better human being. That's what happened to me. I've been sober and in recovery for almost, I'm actually 27, a little bit over 27 years, because March 1st was my anniversary. And it's my recovery that has taught me to be a better human being. So that deep personal experience through alcoholism has taught me to be a better human being, and I have come to respect and honor alcohol for the power it had over me. And that's why I stay away from it now. And I know alcoholism, addiction, any kind of addiction is everywhere throughout the world. Unfortunately, right now, where we are in this sacred time. In Hopi, we call it Koyanis Katsi, life out of balance. But what we're also learning is Katubus Katsi, a dangerous time in our life, As we look throughout humanity and Mother Earth, there are many things that are out of balance, I choose to think and say, well, I am part of it because I live here. What can I do? What can we do that everyone is watching, First, we have to look deep within ourselves, deep within our own darkness. This is something that I've been going through for 2 years now. And I'm grateful because within my sobriety and my recovery, I've also made a few mistakes. But I've come to learn to accept responsibility and work on the flaws that I had. Every human being has some kind of flaw, some kind of challenge within our own personal life. But we can change. We can learn from it, grow from it, heal from it, and to get us stronger in every aspect of life. So this ayah here is a good example of how we can achieve balance, harmony, unity, and peace once again. So this whole instrument, it's a sacred instrument. And even with the spirits of the birds here, we have turkey, we have hawk, and we have a little bit up there also. So these sacred birds are here to be our messengers, to carry our prayers with their string to the Creator, and in our life, So this Tawiya, the gourd, it represents Mother Earth, and Father Universe going into Mother Earth, planting the seeds, and we have to nurture the seeds so that it can come to fruition, so we can all reap the benefits. But we also have to be mindful to save the seeds for the future of our children that are still coming. We have to clear the path for them through our own personal experience so that they can grow and learn together as we move forward into the future. This is simply our prayer, and I'm very grateful that our ancestors took the most simple path in life, which is heart and mind connected. Hopi is a way of life for all humanity. It's very similar to Buddhism of reaching enlightenment. So once when you reach enlightenment, you become Hopi. So me personally, I am not Hopi yet, but someday, hopefully, I can truly become Hopi. That is my personal experience living here on Hopi land, Duwanasabi, the center of the universe. So with this sacred rattle, I will share a song. And the song is actually a eclipse song when our grandfather, the moon, and our father, sun come together. And when they come together, they have a combo. And they look down upon Mother Earth and all the children. They look down upon Mother Earth and they are very happy with the four-legged, the winged ones, the insects, the plants. But they're very disheartened by the two-legged, us as human beings. They're disheartened with us because we have fallen out of balance, and for quite a long time. And they talk with one another, and they say, what more could we do for our children, the two-legged, the human beings? We've given them everything we could. We always receive their prayers, but many are still sleeping. Should we just let them come to their own demise? Or should we give them another opportunity to awaken their heart? Maybe then, with those few that have awakened their hearts, that's where the hope of humanity will choose to be as they journey into their life. So before they separate, they agree they will give humanity another chance to wake up and live in balance, in harmony, in unity, in peace. That's where the hope of humanity lies today. So I join you today with the spirit of Hopi to share this song of awakening our heart. So please join me in prayer and thanking our grandfather, the moon, and our father, the sun, for teaching us and share the light, the warmth, and always receiving our prayers. But quiet. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, Ruben, thank you so much. Thank you. And may you be blessed. May the Hopi nation be blessed. And may all of your people be blessed. And may we realize that unity that your rattle shows us in this lifetime. And thank you for your service. Thank you for the space you hold. And may Creator move over your life and the lives of your families, liberating you from any darkness or suffering or encumbrance that you may be experiencing or have experienced or that your family line has experienced. And may we, in our prayers, whatever the tradition, may we remember all people, that we are in a time of liberation, of liberating from entrapment, from old stories, and coming back to that clear, pure relationship with Source, Creator. And thank you for the beautiful space you hold, for the integrity that you have, for the beautiful Father that you are and leader that you are. And thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Quiet.
Mm.
And I just like to also say, everyone that watching, you have something to offer. Just by being present, you are doing your work already. And Creator has spirit to everyone, guardian angel that we all have. So let's, from here on, plant seeds of hope for all humanity. And honestly, not everyone wants this. Not everyone wants balance, harmony, and peace. But this, we have to be strong enough to endure all challenges that we're all going through right now. But more importantly, we need to do our own thing within ourselves. And that's what I'm doing best to, so that I can be stronger, to continue to share my personal experiences with everyone, so that someday, hope soon, there will be balance, harmony, unity, peace throughout humanity. I hear often that Mother Earth is out of balance. It's crazy. The world's crazy. I hear people say that. I say no. Mother Earth has always been what it needs to be: is kind, loving, compassion. But we as humanity are the ones that are crazy. But to that craziness, to that unbalance, we do have the ability to change through compassion and forgiveness. So what I've come with all is this. So could everyone this? Put your left above your right, your heart and mind. So this is the friendship symbol. Your heart and your mind are friends. And once you embrace your darkness within, you become one with yourself. And key is very simple, but it's very interesting why we human beings find hard, find compassion to forgive yourself. The key to your heart. This is what Spirit led me to create Hopeless. So from my hopeless to everyone, and in turn, I receive yours. Quiet. Mahal kang ukatsi pagi kaya kyan lon man pite tal na winang tak kius na pio. I halay kaya ngoy. So may you all have a beautiful day as we journey toward the evening to embrace sacred time. And thank you for all challenges that we are going through in life that make us strong, and we enjoy that. Quick.
Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to hear from Justin next, and then we're going to play our song. We're going to play this song that's been 6 years in the making. And I was telling them in the beginning that I was looking for, I had asked you for footage of the Hopi Eagle dance. And then on Monday, I went on YouTube and I thought I would search for the footage, and I found this event that I was at with you 10 years ago in Malibu, California. My friend took the footage. She shot the video and made this video. And it's so beautiful to see the overlaps. So you and I met for the first time, I think, in 2015 at a gathering for the Kogi. It was right after the Dalai Lama's 80th birthday. And I had led children singing for the Dalai Lama's birthday,
Yeah.
and then led children singing for that event and had the honor to meet you. So it's so beautiful how it's circled back around. And here we are together now with this footage from then. And so after Justin shares with us, then we're going to share. I made a little music video putting some footage together from the Hopi Eagle dance and from Sewa and her drum troupe. And yeah, so we have that to look forward to, and just feeling so blessed by the synchronicities and honored to have you here sharing with us. So thank you so much, Ruben.
Oui, quick.
And so, Justin, I'd love to invite you in.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And it's truly an honor to be here. And I love how these opportunities, the message that's intending to come through when we're in this state of reception, it does. So every layer of this story, this presentation, this talk that I want to give has been spoken of by all of you beautiful souls. I just really want to wrap it up together and just discuss this, as Reya mentioned, this powerful portal that we're going through in this equinox, this shift, this true new year, as some like to call it, as we spring to new life, as we've gone through the death, the winter, the letting go to come into new life. And it's so beautiful to see that. And I love how Ruben touched on the union, the divine union of these two seemingly opposite forces, whether this is the head and the heart, the head being the masculine, the heart being the feminine, these two coming together in that divine union as being what provides the magical essence of this whole creation. It's truly the greatest love story ever told. So what does the equinox represent, and what does these larger cycles that play? These are inherently the masculine structure. So the masculine provides the structure and the form. He's there to give if we want to look at it from a imagery sort of perspective, he's there to provide a clean canvas for her to then paint on, because she is the magic and flow. She's the energetic movement. So he sets the stage for her to dance on. And so it's very important for these cycles to shift us in this way, to give us a clean break, a clean space for her to truly flow on, so that we can allow her to move through us in this way, to allow this creation to unfold in the most beautiful way possible. When she doesn't have that space to cleanly walk upon, when the canvas is bumpy or jagged or cut, then she becomes more chaotic and destructive, because there's not that natural essence for her to work with. So that's why these cycles are so foundationally important for us to become in tune with and to center ourselves back to. And this one in particular, the equinox, being, in my opinion, in the yearly cycle, the most important one to really tune into and really provide that platform, that baseline, as we're moving into this new energy, this new cycle. And so the cycles show up in all sorts of ways. We can look at the daily cycle coming from night into day and how important it is to set our day correctly, with that solid foundation. How our day can be so affected if we wake up, with negative thoughts, or we have uh, uh, a traffic experience, where we're upset about somebody driving, or whatever the case it looks like, that can set the tone for our day. And so, looking at this yearly cycle, how does this new day, this springing to new life, how does that trend, how does that energy carry into the remainder of the year of what we can create? And as Josh so beautifully mentioned, we can look at the great year, the 25 to 26,000 year great cycle, which we're also coming out of winter and moving into spring. We're at the cusp of this great transformation, the death of the old, moving into the new. So it's very important that we tune into this energy and not dwell on the dying old ways, but truly just be in that state of release and set the tone for the next very long time. Whatever we want to create, however we want to allow this golden age to erupt and flow from us. But this pivotal moment is so very important so that she has this clear dance floor to dance on and to give us all the magic that she can provide. So these pattern breakers, these masculine cyclic shifts, they're very structured, and you can study them very logically, intellectually, and they're there for a reason, because they give us a way to break the loops that we can create artificially within our mind. When our small masculine mind creates these artificial loops and we get stuck in these individual patterns that are no longer serving us, the larger cycle gives us this opportunity to break free of that and to come back to the baseline flow. So when we start to hear the discordant tune within us, we can come back into harmony and recognize, oh, I was playing the wrong tune. My instrument was out of whack. It's time for me to reestablish and come back into the divine flow, to harmonize back with this. It's so important to do this during these times. As Ray mentioned, they are portals for great opportunity to shift back into alignment with that, to get us back into the flow, to be able to receive. It's so important, and it's not to. These cycles aren't meant to add anything to us, but it's merely a clearing away of whatever is artificial, whatever sort of artificial loops, whatever things we've accumulated, whatever identities we've formed, characters we've grown attached to, relationships we've grown attached to that no longer serve us. All of these things are there as limitations until we're willing to surrender and let them go. And these portals are those perfect opportunities to surrender them so I can retain and clear my vessel to be able to receive and harmonize once again, to get us back onto the path. As that song that we sang so beautifully, it's this path to realign ourselves with, to guide us back and to guide us through this great adventure. It's so important that we do this. It's so important. And to really reestablish our connection back to our higher calling, to illuminate the light within, to let that guiding star take us, our soul star. So we can sing songs and invite to call in. And then it's equally important to listen, to receive, to be in that space of openness so that we can allow her to flow into us and to move through us. If we're in that state of resistance, thinking logically through everything that we have to do, well, we're going to be blocking her. So it's important to take that opportunity to jump onto this leap of faith off into the unknown, which from a mental perspective seems terrifying, because it is. It is unknown, and it has to be that way, because for all magic to exist, there has to be this unknown. It's the potential energy that creates the platform for it all to flow through us. So without it being scary or terrifying, it wouldn't exist in a magical way. So how can we reframe that jump away from something seeming scary, but into an exciting moment. To recognize that when I'm feeling that push out of the nest, just like a mother bird pushes the little ones out of the nest. To the little ones, it's terrifying. It's a whole space that they've never gone to before. They're leaving the comfort and safety of the nest. But what happens after that point? They fly. They fly. They take flight and they move and soar to new heights. So when we embrace this loving nudge to shift us out of the nest and to fly to new heights, it gives us this opportunity to keep going, to explore and expand. And this cycle is not just a one and done thing. It's not just like, oh, I had an ego death and I did it one time and I'm done with that. No, it becomes every moment, every year, every day. It becomes when we can make this as easy to us as breathing, where every exhale becomes the death of the old, the death of what no longer serves, the death of the old story, so that I can inhale and receive what is my true essence and come back to that divine connection, come back into alignment with my soul star, with that higher guiding principle. So if the simplest way to do this is really to just stay in that state of humility. And I love breaking down the word humility, and it starts with the HUM. So what are some other words that start with HUM? Well, we have hum to sing, just to be in that state of song, to sing, to move us back into tune. Even if we don't know the words, we can hum along. It helps us to practice and get back into that space so I can start to sing with my full voice. So to start with the hum. But then what else? Humor. Humor. To be able to laugh at oneself, to not take this so seriously, to recognize we're here to have fun, to play, to be in joy. So I don't need to take everything so seriously. Yes, it's important to focus on it and to acknowledge the essence of why we're here, but also to laugh at oneself. Those who can't laugh at themselves are so stuck in the attachment to the identity, the character. Oh, I'm so serious and I have to maintain this form and do this job and have this status and all these things. All those are limitations. So when we can laugh at this and recognize it's kind of a silly experience and so beautiful, then that makes everything so much easier and it allows her to flow through us in a much easier way. And then what's another? Well, the humus layer of the earth, the topsoil, the living, breathing environment that the plants grow. And it has the mycelia, the connective tissue, all of this connective layer where the organic matter lives and grows. It connects the earth to us. So it's the connecting point. So that's what humility is. It allows us to ground back in and to reconnect with what is all around us. So to hum back into that space with humility is very important, to dissolve what's no longer serving us so that we can come back into what is. And as I said, reclaim that connection with our soul star. And yeah, and I just want to say there's not a lot of time to go into the details of so that's sort of the baseline, the simplest way to just come back into that humility, to dissolve what's no longer serving us. This can be done easily anywhere at all times. It's not always easy to do, but it's very simple. But there is another practice that I've recently discovered that is very helpful of sort of reestablishing that divine connection with the soul star, because we each have a unique blueprint. We each have a unique way that our energy is calling to us. And to know thyself is so important. When we're in that state of humility, that message does flow through. But there is a method that I've recently discovered that is very helpful of logically seeing what is my mission? What am I energetically here to do? Because even each of us here are aligning with dissolving and removing certain negative frequencies, negative energies here. We're here to clear those away. And we're also guided to enhance and bring in other energies. But they're subtly different for each of us. So, like I said, that's too much to get into here, and I want to be respectful of the time. But if anyone does want to reach out and to go further into that, they're welcome to reach out. You can contact me on my website, justincarpenter.org, or any which other way you can reach me. And yeah, Ray, I just wanted to say thank you and everyone for letting me be here in this space. And yeah, it's a beautiful opportunity. So thank you so much.
Oh, Justin, thank you so much for your beautiful sharing and so much resonance. And, people were writing in the chat. Heather writes, wow, I've been so called lately to make music, to heal myself and others, to remind people to come back to their intuition. Peggy writes, magical moments on the flow of the carpet ride. Lauren writes, humanity. So there's another one. And you spoke to this like the fool, the number one card in the tarot, or actually that's the magician. The 22 or the 0 is the fool, where you just step off this cliff into the unknown. And the poem that inspired the song that we're going to share today is a Hopi elder speaks, and they say, people have been saying that the time is coming, but the time is now. And we have to look around and see what's with you or who's with you, to know your water, to know your food. And there's a river and it's flowing fast. And there may be those who will be very afraid. But it's time to let go of the shore, to get out into the current, to trust that there's a greater movement of life that is moving us on. And that we have this lens in our heart. As you were speaking and as Ruben was speaking, what I was reminded of is when I was a little girl, when I was 5 years old, I fell in love with Jesus. I loved Jesus. I would sing to Jesus, give my food and my water, and I would cry in devotion. And the way my experience was with that love and with Jesus was my parents were divorced, so I was half time or very little time at my dad's actually, and that's where I would go to church. So I would experience that aliveness and that love, but I never got indoctrinated. And so what happened to me as a result, as I got older, I felt that aliveness when I would go to, a gospel choir, or when I would go to a native ceremony, or when I would have a conversation with someone. My awareness of that feeling of what the presence of the divine felt like became predominant over what my mind told me it was. So as I'm listening to you speak, as I'm listening to everyone speak, I'm in this awareness that what we're being asked is to see one another through the eyes of our heart, and to have that discernment, to feel into that energy of the vibration of truth. And so thank you for your humility, which I always feel when you share. And I think that that's the way, is that we walk humbly, we serve our community, we do good for our people, and whatever we want to receive, we first give it. So thank you for these beautiful reminders of this time being a beautiful time to reset, to come back into what is true. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It certainly makes it much more exciting to be in that state, instead of holding on to all the other things, just to be in that perpetual flow, to lean back on the river of life and let her guide us, let her take us. Still responding and acting when we're called to, but truly being in that state of trust. So thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you. And beautiful segue for our song. And so, as I've mentioned, there is this song. It's called This Is the Hour. I recorded it, began the process 6 years ago, and in that time had met Sewa, experienced Sisters of the One Drum and their beautiful prayerful work, and went to them and asked Sewa if she would grace me with her beautiful voice, sang a prayer on the song, if her sisters would drum on the song. And it's been a labor of love, and it took a long time, and I wasn't even sure if it was going to all come together. Also, my friend Colin Martin, he put gospel choir pieces in there. It's produced by Johanna Beekman. Some of the Hopi footage we got from Bryn go forth. And so all of this, when we send out the email, I'll send out a little bit about each of the presenters, their websites, and then all the proper credits for this song, because it was such an undertaking, produced by several different hands. And so I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to share this video, and it's called This is the Hour, based on the prophecy, or the poem A Hopi Elder Speaks. And may we just hold that space for our Mother Earth and for the love of humanity, that we come back to unity. And so I'm going to share screen. So this is a debut, first time, it's a premiere. Nobody's seen it except me, because I finished it really late last night. Okay. So blessings to the Hopi nation. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you for the inspiration. And here we go.
This is the hour for which we've been waiting. This is the time that we've seen coming. Things to confide. Where are you living? Where is your water? Know you got it. 'Cause there is a river, and it's flowing fast now. There will be those who may be afraid. It's time to let go. Keep your head above water. Gather together and celebrate. Hey, ah, hey, ah. 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 Secrets are spoken. Secrets are spoken. Like welcome rain fall. Like the rain. Nourishing the dry ground. Oh, the love that has been hidden is remembered.
listening. It's going to take each and every one of us to do this work. We need to see ourselves in all things. And our voices need to be heard in order to sing the prayer of creation. In order to shift what is happening right here, right now.
So, I'm just looking at the comments. So this, you're the first to see it. It's not anywhere else yet. And so I would love to bring Sewa on and Ruben and hear anything that you want to share.
Thank you for bringing forth something so needed in the world right now. 6 years in the making to be right here at this moment, this time when the world needs to hear it, see it, feel it, understand it, and carry it forward because it's no longer a prophecy. The time is now. And we have to, and we get to not think of things as in prophecy, as in what is in you right here, right now. Now's the time. For us as sisters, you know, they have many prophecies, the eagle and condor and quetzal prophecy. But for us as sisters, it's not a prophecy, it's happening on our drum because we go all the way from Mexico all the way to Alaska and we all come together and sing in prayers. So the prophecy is now, it's alive within you, and we can no longer think of the future because it's right here, right now, at this moment, at this time. They're asking you, deepen in your medicine, bring forth your gifts, bring your teachings, use your voice in a good way. Show up for each other and one another. Hold each other sacred. Remember you're holy. Remember you're worthy. Remember you're loved. Treat others with the utmost compassion and make the generous assumption of their hearts before we come to conclusions, before we make a choice. Let's forgive. Let's hold. And let's no longer live in the prophecy, and let's bring it to the now in this moment. Connecting to nature. If you don't know yourself, then you don't know nature because you are nature. The wing, the swimmer, the crawlers, the slitherers, the four-legged, all of them are our teachers. And we have much to learn from them. And they have much to teach us. And what I love most about this sacred prayer, this video that hit mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all of it, is that it's coming together in unity, in oneness, not sameness, but in oneness. And that understanding that we're all in this together. And I thank you for creating that, Sister Reya. Thank you for creating that feeling. You know, I had one big tear drop from my face, and I felt like that tear can fill the ocean from all the tears that haven't been cried, and for the tears that can no longer. That one tear was so big and so heavy. I was like, woo, what's going on? And it's like that tear can fill the ocean. But we get to bring those tears, those sacred waters, with the utmost love and hope and hope and connection. So I thank you. And I have so much more to say, but I want to honor everybody. And I just want to thank you for the beauty that you created for this time. And now I know why it's 6 years in the making. And I hope your heart knows why it's 6 years in the making, and the labor of love that you went through to bring it forth. Because at one point, I'm sure you were like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't move this forward. But you continued because you listen, because you listen. And this is a time that it's needed the most. This is a beautiful time for all of us. It's not a time of, oh my God, desperation. It's not a time of, it's a time of beauty. It's a time of wonder, because the veil is very thin and it's right there for us to come and lift it together and hold each other. So thank you for your labor of love and creating and birthing something so sacred that is going to shift the hearts. Chokwe Otesia, my sister, for the beauty. Woo! I thank you. I thank Creator for keeping you, that perseverance, not giving up, so that the world can hear these words as prophecy, which is now a reality because it's right here with us all here. We get to carry it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Ruben, how is that for you? Seeing your beautiful son and your family, and you're muted, so. And we were struggling a little bit. The signal wasn't great. We had some comments before. Let's see if you can unmute.
Can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Pas lumang tayo, very exquisitely beautifully done. Quite Sewa, my sister. It reminded me how precious life is. And I want to share with everyone real quick. I just witnessed my beautiful granddaughter born Saturday night. And it was so beautiful to see life. And precious, especially because she is a girl, the most feminine one and that you shared this.
Oh,
And
and
how
Ruben, we're
time,
having a little trouble. We're
yes,
having a little trouble hearing you. Wondering if maybe you could
okay,
turn off your camera, so that we can hear your voice really clearly. I think I can do it. Let me see.
okay. How's
Okay, there
that?
you go. That's great.
Okay,
Okay. Yes, so keep speaking, please.
all right. Okay, well, as I said, I was very, very grateful to witness my beautiful granddaughter being born Saturday night. And it reminded me how precious life is, but how also everyone's life is special and sacred. And you captured every essence not just through your beautiful voice, but the the videos you showed, what I've seen, it encompasses everything. Very simple, but very powerful of how life is here on Mother Earth and everywhere. And it is time. It has been time for quite some time to wake up. And thank you for my ancestors, my elders of old, that have consistently reminded us to reconnect, to reconnect. So it is time to reconnect with ourselves and everything. And my grandfather would say, prophecy is there as an instrument to transform our life for the betterment. Not necessarily should it become what it is, but we can always divert it only if we transform our life for the betterment. And that's where the hope for humanity is. So whatever is before us, we have the ability and the responsibility unconditionally to transform our life for the betterment so that we can share with our children, our grandchildren, and the future to be born into a better place here on Mother Earth. So, Kwakwa, thank you for 6 years of working your spirit, your soul, your heart. And six is quite a number because it consists of all the six cardinal directions: east, west, north, south, the universe, and Mother Earth. So this was the time for it to be shared, and I'm very grateful I am part of this with everyone. And when it shares more, people will feel your heart, your mind, and everyone that was in there. To see my beautiful family there, it brings tears to my heart, and I'm grateful that they were the ones that helped me to be a better human being also. And Kwakwa, thank you to you and everyone that is watching.
Thank
Kwakwa, thank you so much.
thank you
I'm
for
happy to be here.
thank you. And I just want to ask here with witnesses for your blessing, for the blessing of the Hopi nation for this
Mm,
song to come out into the world.
mm. Kwakwa, Kwakwa.
Mm. Thank you.
Oui, Kwakwa.
And anything else? And thank you for that, Ruben.
Oui, Kwakwa, Kwakwa.
I feel deeply moved. And Sewa or Ruben, anything else you'd like to add or share?
I like to share something. It reminded me of a funny also. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit. So maybe let's stop the video one more time. So keep
Okay.
going.
Okay. It reminded me of something that was very simple, but it was very catchy to our mind. When we were um at the what was it called, the Honda Center, I think in LA, getting ready to share our dances, our message for His Holiness 80th birthday. Outside, as we were going into the big stadium, there was a group of monks chanting. There was maybe about 40 monks, which we thought were monks. And they had signs and they were chanting, "False Dalai Lama, stop lying. False Dalai Lama, stop lying." And we're like, I personally, I said, why are they saying that towards His Holiness, And it was so catchy. And one man came up to us and said, "Please don't pay attention to them." And I asked him, "Why are they saying that? I think that's very disrespectful." And he said, "Don't worry, they're it they're doing it for a reason. They're not really monks, but they're here to disrupt the energy and discredit His Holiness." And I asked him, "So how do you know this?" He goes, "I was once part of them. We were getting paid." And I'm like, "Well, why did you decide to quit?" And he said, "Well, I knew he was wrong, but since I needed money, I did it." So I was like, wow, thank you for sharing that with us. But on the way back home, my children started to sing this. And it was funny, but it was catching. So we started singing it. And I looked back at them. I said, "You know what? We shouldn't be singing this because it's disrespectful." And my daughter said, "But it's so catchy. It's in my mind." So that part of it reminds me how quickly we can lose focus. And it's interesting how the darkness can lead us astray. Even we're in the height of ceremony and very close to the end of it. In Hopi, we always encourage each other. Halay kyang nahong vitutani. Be happy. Keep focus. Spiritual strength in every aspect of your life. We encourage each other. Nahong vitutani, nahong vitutani, as we're getting very close to the end of ceremony. And it's that very tip of the ceremony where we're almost done, and this little portal is usually where the darkness can come in if you lose focus. This happened to me personally 2 years ago, and I learned a painful, humiliating, embarrassing experience that has helped me and to remind me to stay focused.
Mm.
So this is my personal experience to everyone, to remind you, stay focused, stay attentive, because Spirit always sends messages, signs, and they're all around us. The signs were all there for me, but I lost focus and I didn't listen, and I got a good spiritual spanking, which I'm very grateful for now because it helped me. No matter how painful, no matter how embarrassing it was, it helped me to remember I'm a human being. I have my flaws, I have my challenges, but I need to be more focused from here on. So, kwek for a great personal reminder for me, sister, with this song, because it is time to wake up. And we still have time, but time is moving so fast. It will not wait for everyone. So, thank you for awakening my heart and my mind to be much more clear. Kwek.
Mm. Ruben, thank you so much. Whew, what a powerful story. May we stay focused. May we stay focused, and may we be forgiven. And if there's any burden that we still carry, then ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, I thank you. And for all of us here and for all of us listening and for you, may the grace of God pour into any mistake or fault and bring balance and renew your spirit. Renew your spirit stronger than ever. And it's, I was moved to bring some, indigenous tradition and some Christian tradition. And, in Christianity, like, there's nothing like how much God loves a good sinner who's redeemed. And that it keeps us humble, like Justin was speaking to. And I mean, a few years ago, I was in Egypt, and what the earth showed me was you have to stay close to the earth. You have to stay humble. You have to be good to your people. It's not about fame. It's not about popularity, all that stuff. It takes us away from our service, and our service is always connected with the earth. It's always connected with community, with family, with one another. So may your testament here today be a reminder for all of us to not get swept away by the winds of illusion, but to anchor like a mountain into our Mother Earth, into our community, into our hearts, into our love of God, so that we are carried through and we sustain. If the waters rise, we are like a mountain. We are there, steadfast, strong, as beacons of hope and light for one another. And I'm so honored to be with you on this journey. I'm so honored to be with all of you on this journey. May there be much more to come. Oh, whew, whew. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So, did want to make that offer for our continued prayers for the lands of the UK, Europe, and the Middle East. And what that is it's a new cohort of the SongKeeper School. And we will be singing for 8 weeks. And I'm just going to share the screen. We are going to be singing for 8 weeks. And we are going to be singing for the lands, to the ley lines, for harmony, to remove encumbrances. This quote I love by Carolyn Miss: blocked creative expression is as detrimental to your well-being as a drug addiction. A raging internal conflict between acting on creative impulses or settling for the status quo can eventually promote physical illness. It's not about the size of your action or gift. It's the act of creation is what's important. So we're speaking today about these times that we're in and how important it is for us to come together in unity. The power of our collective prayers can move mountains. And so I invite you to come together to sing for these lands, to remove any old stories, any old energy that may still be housed there, to work and connect in with the sacred sites, to empower the spirit of place in the lands of Europe, in the lands of the UK, of Ireland, Scotland, and the Middle East, to bring light, to bring truth, to bring energy movement through the planetary grid. And we will be singing with the water, working with the sun. We will be learning sacred sound, working with the earth, working with the ancient ones, doing an ancestral healing ceremony for those lands of Europe, of the Middle East. When we come together and pray, the effect of those prayers is amplified exponentially by the number of those present. And so joining in this prayer field, we can create great change. Those of you who are in the SongKeeper School, we've experienced creating great change. And I have one more share. And that is this special offer. So I have dropped the price for this 8 weeks. If you sign up within the next 7 days, so I've dropped the price from $1,500 to $500. And if you enroll in the next 7 days, you can get it for, I have two things here. In the next 7 days, you get it for 15% off, which is $425. But if you register today, I will give you 25% off. And that will bring the total cost to $375. And of this, I will give a percentage to Ruben and to Sewa in honor of their service, in honor of their prayer field that they hold. So enrolling now gives not only the opportunity to pray for these sacred lands, but also contributes to the honoring of Ruben's family, of Sewa's family, and it would just be such a blessing to sing together, to pray over these lands of Europe. Many of us here, we have European heritage, and to really put our prayers back into the lands of our own ancestors, to liberate that energy to the point of before the false overlays were taken or placed upon us. So it's deep in my heart, this calling to sing to these lands across the Atlantic Ocean. If you sign up today, you get it for $375, and I give a portion of that to Sewa and Ruben. If you sign up within the next 7 days, you get 15% off, which brings it down to $425. I'll send an email out with this information, and it's 8 weeks. It will be on Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 5 p.m., 6 p.m. European time. And so if this speaks to you, if there's anyone you know who this might speak to, please share it. It feels so important at this time to come together in this field of prayer and song and love and remembrance and honoring one another and raising each other up. And thank you, Freya, for putting the times in there. And so in deep honor, I honor you, Sewa. Thank you for being here today. I honor you, Ruben. Thank you so much. And Josh, thank you so much. Justin, thank you so much. And Wolf, thank you so much. There'll be a little surprise in the bonus that you'll see Wolf. Wolf Martinez, Lakota elder, medicine man, beautiful human being. And so I would love to end our time together today with a song. And it's 2 hours, 10 to 12. There'll be a little time for Q&A and small group work. You'll receive there'll be an online library with audio recordings, video recordings, other content, a daily singing practice. There'll be vocal warm-up exercises. Oh, yes. I'll post the link here. And thank you for that question. Okay, so there is the link. Please share, and if you're moved and money is an issue, just let me know. This is really such a heart offering, and the desire is for us to come together in this field of prayer and support one another. So to close, we'll sing a song, a little bit of a song, O Great Spirit. And the words are, O Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. We give our gratitude for everything that was, for everything that is, for all the blessings that are to come, for the dawning of this new age, this new time where this is the hour, this is the moment that we've been hearing about, that our dreams and our life path has been directing us into, this here and now moment in time. So we give deep gratitude for the stewardship of Great Spirit on our life path. We give gratitude for the prayer field, the field of already answered prayers, as Sewa put it. So, oh Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise, connecting in with our hearts. If you want to rub your hands together to send blessings to our Mother Earth, to all beings. Take a deep breath in to sing. Oh, Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Our gratitude and praise. Oh, Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. Repeat after me. Spirit of the earth, spirit of the water, spirit of the earth, spirit of the water, spirit of the wind, spirit of the sun, spirit of the wind, spirit of the sun. Great Mother, great Mother, great Mother, great Mother, come, 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 come. Calling the light of creation, calling the light of creation. We are the Rainbow Nation, we are the Rainbow Nation. This is the end of illusion, this is the end of illusion, 'cause we remember who we are, we remember who we are. All together, we remember who we are, 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 we remember who we are. Oh, Great Spirit, we give our gratitude and praise. So taking a deep breath in, holding the breath, squeezing the body, seeing yourself filled with light. Exhale, rub your hands together, sending blessings to our Mother Earth. Blessings to her waters, her soil, her trees, her creatures. Blessings to the original peoples of these lands. Those who hold the wisdom, those who hold the sacred teachings. Blessings to their lineages, that they from this moment forward be unencumbered, that they be free to live, connect with spirit in the way they always have. and sending blessings to Europe, to the UK, to the Middle East, to the lands, to all our relations, to Creator, Great Spirit, God Most High, to the Christos, to the Divine Sophia, to the truth that lives in all things, for the Holy Spirit, for the breath of life, for the beating heart, for the heart of the Great Mother, for the unity of us all. In deep gratitude. Blessed Spring Equinox. Aho. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Sewa. Thank you, Josh and Justin, and everyone who's here today. Thank you for your cameras on. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Maria. Carla, so amazing to see you. Rose, Karen, so good to see you. Gia, hello. Jana, blessings, 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 blessings. May this dawning of this new age, this dawning of this new year, move us forward in auspiciousness. How do we share the news about the European? So I've put the link in the chat, and I'm going to send out an email which will have the replay link, that will have the link for the music video, and that will have this special offer. So if you sign up today, send me an email, go and sign up. If you're planning on signing up today, tell me you're signing up today. And let's just get this energy moving. The course starts March 31st, about 10 days. And let's create a spiritual action of light across our world. That's the wild card right now, is the power that we have when we come together. So we're going to use that, the force of our hearts, the force of love, where two or more are gathered in my name, I am there. We're offering ourselves over for God Most High to manifest Himself, herself, thyself upon this earth through us. So blessings and love and thank you, and I'm overflowing. And if anyone has any other comments they want to pop in the chat, please do. Please feel free to send me an email or message. And just so much love to you all, and deep, deep gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Keisha, good to see you. Love you, Keisha. God bless you. Okay, I'm gonna close the call now. Okay, lots of love. Bye.